People are starting to lose hope, and I don't blame them. They know the growers have broken the strike with the illegal workers. And the sweetheart deal with the Teamsters. We can't ask them to keep going when they see people working in the fields. We have to take the next step.
We're too weak.
We have no laws to protect us here. With the boycott, there are no laws to stop us. This is the moment, Cesar. This is what we came here to do. Meeting.
This was an important movie for me because I was very ignorant as to Cesar Chavez and the importance of his life. I mean, I knew that he was a name, I knew he was a street, but, you know, I didn't grow up in California, and this wasn't offered to me in school, and I didn't, you know, seek it out on my own. So first, thank you for bringing this story to a visual life so that people could, like, you know, kind of understand his importance.
Thank you.
What did you learn about Cesar Chavez from shooting this before that you didn't know before?
Well, I guess I was reminded of something that matters, you know, that change is in our hands and that we have to get involved, and that it's that we cannot be expecting change to happen from the political class, or the big corporations are not going to wake up one day and say, let's make less money,
right,
and fix the world. No, that's never happening. So if we don't generate change, if we don't get involved, if we don't start to look for those who think like us, change will never come. But this is the weakest community in the 60s, sending a clear message to the world, you know. We want to be heard, we want to be respected, and they had an amazing strategy behind, which is, instead of going straight to hurt the big industry, they went around and talked to consumers.
Yeah.
And then it's mothers talking to mothers, you know, fathers talking to fathers, and it's about a very simple thing, telling personal stories that can affect you.
Right.
And I think it's a great message.
One of the great things I seen in the film was where he took on the Filipinos' cause also, and that united, you know, more and more farmers and more people to this cause. What do you think happened between the communities where, you know, there wasn't a connect between black and brown, at least here in California, where it ended up being like this dysfunctional, you know, interactions between, you know, blacks and Mexicans, where it seemed like we would have been more in united because of, you know, things that Cesar Chavez was doing.
So something happened after the 70s that started to fracture communities, because back then they were connected. There's an amazing letter that Martin Luther King writes to Cesar Chavez, you know, saying our struggles are the same, a struggle for dignity, for humanity. And I remember, for example, when I was doing milk, I learned in the documentary that even though they were so Catholic in this community, and they decided to march with Harvey Milk and the gay movement, you know, and Cesar Chavez was marching and made all these farm workers go and march with them, even though farm workers were like, no, come on, what are we doing there? Wait a second. And there was so much prejudice. Cesar said, no, we're going to go because they're our brothers, and they're also fighting for justice and for basic rights as we are. So their struggle is our struggle. And today we have all the tools to be connected, but we don't seem to know how to use them.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
Hopefully, this film brings attention to that. You know, and I'll be very happy if people at the end of the film ask themselves what needs to happen for food to get in front of them. You know, for those vegetables to be at the store. The work of who is behind. You know.